All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time to 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern. Here to talk about everything in terms of, WWE, AEW, the MLW, also Stardom, CMLL, the New Japan Professional Wrestling, and we talk about it here on the GSMC Sports Network. So 1,010%. Let's just go ahead and reiterate what we talked about. Recently on WWE, we talked about SmackDown, and it was great. It was great. 1,010%. I loved how it kind of pushed for more of trying to push feelings for the upcoming WWE Bash at Berlin. A lot of promos, which was actually pretty damn cool. Absolutely love a good old fashioned promo. But with the whole LA Knight taking on Santos Escobar, I feel like Santos could be, I feel like he could be better. I feel like 1,010% he was in that Money in the Bank match where possibly he could have won something to, just kind of be that guy. But then you saw, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk kind of use that briefcase overall just to kind of, I don't know. It was, just kind of push it over WWE, use it to push over the feud. And I get that you have to make Drew McIntyre and CM Punk look like they absolutely hate each other. But I don't know. I just felt like it could have been done differently here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into our Thursday night wrestling review. We're going to have TNA Impact results of August 22nd, 2024. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So Hammerstone defeated Frankie Kazarian and Kushida in an Ultimate X qualifier match. You know, it's not really a surprise that they're pushing Hammerstone at this moment, but I do like Frankie Kazarian. I feel like he's like the Randy Orton of TNA wrestling. Kushida recently returning like about 2 or 3 months ago on TNA. But overall, it's going to make for a great match. Obviously, you have TNA Emergence coming up right around the corner. This is going to be big for Hammerstone. Although I do not think he's going to win the match, I feel like, him being on the screen could ultimately benefit the company because I don't know, just the way he is around the ring, just the way he, knows how to dictate, moves and stuff like that. So it's going to be awesome. Eric Young is backstage. Young says Hammerstone might not make it to Ultimate X later this month. After the match next week, Steve Macklin comes in, tells Young that he's watching him. Steve Macklin, like he was in the match in Slammiversary, the 6-way, elimination match. But I don't know, he's kind of taken a step back. I feel like he's ultimately kind of he's taken a step back. I don't know when TNA, I don't know if they're gonna, what he wants, if they're gonna push him or not. Obviously, you do have this collaboration with NXT where all of a sudden you're like, okay, if you are the TNA like general manager, you're gonna be like, now you have wrestlers coming in from NXT. Like you have Charlie Dempsey, you have Riley Osborne, and, all of its roster space. All of its roster space, 1,010% for them to kind of build something that that I feel like TNA should be building, you know, especially toward the future with this collaboration with NXT is good. It's good. This is something that's, the fans are excited. And, I feel like with Steve Macklin, I want him to pursue the TNA World Championship against Nick Nemeth. But I don't know. He has a stronghold over that championship. And who knows if he's going to be the champion out of Emergence. You have a young, hungry, fierce, determined, absolutely barbaric man that is Josh Alexander going after Nick Nemeth's TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Next, we have Mike Santana backstage. Santana says for a long time he's lived his life in survival mode. Santana says he tried to get away from that, but it keeps pulling him back. Obviously, Mike Santana is a promising star in TNA wrestling. I definitely respect him 1,010%. Definitely think he's going to be a star pretty soon. Not that he already isn't. Next, we have Rosemary defeating Alicia Edwards with Masha Slamovich. Rosemary hits Alicia Edwards with as above, so below the score, the pinfall for the victory. Obviously, picking up a victory over the TNA Knockouts Women's Tag Team Championships. I feel like it's good. It's good. It's about time that someone finally I love Spitfire. I love Spitfire, but obviously, they didn't win. So now we have to have new tag team competitors. Maybe Rosemary brings like a dark presence to the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships. I don't know. Should be pretty badass. Should be pretty badass. Ash by Elegance is backstage. Ash says she will accept Jordan Grace's challenge on her terms, and it will have to be a match by Elegance. I don't know what a match by Elegance is, but it could be good. It could be good. Next we next we have PCO and Rhino and Zaya Brookside defeated Madman Fulton and Steph D. Lander. This whole breakup between PCO and Steph D. Lander, it's I don't know, I kind of liked it, and then they got the fans into it, and the moment that it was happening, they snatched the rug right under their feet, left TNA fans kind of like I was kind of looking forward to seeing what Steph D. Lauder was going to do as PCOs, kind of kind of hype woman a little bit, kind of like when you saw Sensational Sherry with Shawn Michaels, and obviously, Macho Man Randy Savage with his wife, and then you also saw Vince McMahon. No, you saw Stephanie McMahon with Triple H. A lot of times you could have successful, women managers and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just kind of thought it was going to be something like that. But Matt Cardona says he's not medically cleared to compete yet, and brought out Khan the Madman and Madman Fulton. PCO hits Madman Fulton with a PCO assault to score the pinfall victory for the team. And yeah, honestly, like I said, we have a bunch of we were trying to build up toward TNA emergence. The Laredo Kid defeated Wolfbringer Gotcher and Ja Fidal in an Ultimate X qualifying match. Jonathan Grisham defeated Charlie Dempsey, the NXT Heritage Cup champion holder. I feel like this match was pretty big. I feel like Jonathan Grisham, in terms of TNA, has been on fire. Will he pursue the NXT Heritage Cup Championship after defeating Charlie Dempsey? Kind of like a proving ground match they have in Ring of Honor and AEW. I would like to see that. I would like to see Jonathan Grisham, kind of open up that forbidden door and, kind of be a part of TNA. So I feel like this opens up the possibilities. I feel like this is great. I feel like this is great. 1010%. The Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, defeated Moose and JDC. Jeff Hardy hit JDC with the Swanton Bomb to secure the victory, and it was pretty great. We didn't really get like a Zachary Wentz. Obviously he did cost Wesley a chance at the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. Ethan Page at NXT No Mercy, so we didn't really see much of a fallout like that. Joe Hendry is the number one contender. Is the number one contender to fight Ethan Page. He did win that triple threat match, and with the standing ovation, if it's Scotland, Canada, Mexico, all we know is that we believe. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now with Joe Hendry is so cool. So cool because 1010% you can tell once when people actually care about professional wrestling and they don't just like go in there like, oh, it's just, it's just a paycheck. I'm just an athlete trying to get a paycheck. And that's not the case for Joe Hendry there. So honestly, kind of back Joe Hendry 1010%. Uh, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into Ring of Honor right quick. We are rapidly running out of time already. It's already 8:37. So we're gonna hit Ring of Honor results. Bam, bada boom. Weirdest guy in the room. How you doing? Just kidding. No. Does anybody miss Enzo Amore of Big Cass? I thought that was a pretty good tag team. Thought that was pretty awesome. All right. So first we had the Ring of Honor six-man championship match between Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs, and Sammy Garvett defeated the Undisputed Kingdom and the Dark Order, which was kind of shocking. It was kind of shocking to me. You had Matt Taven and Mike Bennett drop the titles to Rhodes and Guevara. Um, I feel like it was a good choice. I feel like it was a good choice. We were getting tired of the Undisputed Kingdom. They are honestly not a huge thing anymore on the Ring of Honor AEW roster. So, it's going to be interesting to find out what they do with those superstars moving forward. Cage of Agony, Bishop Khan, Brian Cage, and Toba Leona defeated Ring of Honor television champion Atlantis Jr., Fuego de Sol, and also Serpentico. You also saw, you saw Abaddon defeat Alejandro Lyon, You also MMA Collection, Mansoor and Mason defeated Pillars of Destiny. We also saw and Helico defeat Aaron Solo in a Pure Rules match. And we saw Trish Adora defeat Erica Lay. Commander defeats KM. EJ Undoka defeated Dion Roosman. The Iron Savages, Bronson and Boulder, and Jack Jameson defeated Alexander, Colton Charles Cholos, Colton Charles and Rosario Grillo. Marina Shafir defeated TR James. Cool Hand, Ang, and Daddy Magic defeated Jacoby Watts and Nick Camarado. Leo Rush defeated Tony Nese. Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Mark Briscoe once again proves that he's the most dominant champion in professional wrestling, but defeated the Beast Mortos to retain the championship. So overall, it was great. I definitely watched a little bit of highlights. I wanted to watch a little bit more. Obviously, time is of time is of the essence, of course. So we're going to talk about Roman Reigns. Segment 3 is way over his head in terms of this new storyline. Paul Heyman was asked in an interview about Roman Reigns, and he said, honestly, to God, swear to God that Roman Reigns, he might not come out of this a winner. He might not come out of this a winner. He might not come out of this, fully intact, but he is way in over his head. So we're going to talk about the subject matter as soon as we come back. So, hey, do not go anywhere.